Harry's Wife, part 97.18. The Grip of Doom. Video analysis. Hello, I'm H.G. Tudor. As you know, Harry's wife, as a narcissist, needs to assert control over everybody that comes up on her radar, and the person who has to be controlled the most, of course, is the Prince of Pink Pancakes, Prince Harry. He holds the status of intimate partner primary source, which means that he is the individual that caters to the prime aims better than anybody else in terms of fuel, character traits, residual benefits, and therefore control must be asserted over him. And whenever he's on the radar, he must be controlled in some shape or form, sometimes benignly, sometimes malignly, dependent on where he is in the dynamic with the narcissist. We have seen in parts past that one way that Harry's wife asserts control over her husband is physically, with a hand on the back, guiding him here, reaching for his hand, pulling at his sleeve, and, of course, not to be forgotten, the grip of doom. Yes, the grip of doom that is used for the purposes of controlling him as she holds onto him, almost as if she was in the sea drowning, holding onto his hand so tightly at all instances, in order, of course, to assert control over him, to demonstrate, subconsciously, of course, he is a possession, that he is in fact attached to her, an extension of what she is. We saw this repeatedly during the engagement interview, see parts past where it was a surprise that Harry had any feeling in his fingers left afterwards, and indeed it's also a surprise that his fingers didn't turn gangrenous as a consequence of the blood supply being cut off. Such was the grip that she maintained upon him. Now we're going to see the grip of doom in full effect, but also, for the purposes of balance, we're going to compare it to everybody else. The reason for doing so is to compare and contrast the way that she conducts herself with Prince Harry compared to other people. And, of course, when it was mentioned in relation to parts past about the way that she was holding on to him, some epsilon semi-moron commented, well, that's because she's trying to navigate some steps wearing heels. Okay, that might be the reason. So presumably lots of other people will be exiting St. Paul's Cathedral also holding on for dear life to the relevant partner. So what we're going to do is we're going to observe the footage that came from this with your glorious narrator providing observations as everybody exits. So when you're ready, we will commence with the footage. And here's the footage, and you can see that a camera has been positioned across the steps exiting St. Paul's Cathedral. Two gentlemen waiting there, don't know who they are. Who's first to emerge? It's the King of England. No, it's not actually. It's a guy who's wearing his ermine, and he's accompanying Prince Charles and the Duchess of Cornwall. There's no hand-holding going on here. Camilla lightly touching the handrail as she makes her way down. She's not having to hold on to Charles. She's making her way down there. No problems whatsoever. Easy peasy lemon squeezy for Camilla. No problems. Who's up next? Guy with sword. I think that's the Lord Mayor. But here they come now. It's Prince William and the Duchess of Cambridge. Is she holding on to Prince William? No, she is not. She's easily able to navigate her way down those steps, looking resplendent and beautiful as ever, now waiting in what probably is the world's poshest taxi queue. If this was a Friday night on the big market in Newcastle, there'd be kebabs whizzing through the air, bottles of Brune Lake being thrown around, and a few scuffles. You take my place in the queue, you pushed in, and a bit of biffa bacon scrapping going on. But not here. No, it's all standard British courtesy and politeness, as the man with the pearl sword stands there thinking, I have a giant burnt marshmallow on my head, but it's okay. It's okay. I'm quite happy. And here they come. Any hand-holding going on? No. Prince William and the Duchess of Cambridge making light work of those stairs there as they come down to get into their posh taxi. Well, who's up next? Well, we've got a little grouping here. It's Prince Edward, it's Princess Anne, it's Vice Admiral Sir Tom Lawrence, the Countess of Wessex and Lady Louise Windsor. How are they going to get on? A couple of people of advanced age there. Probably a bit of hand-holding we needed here, surely. What utter nonsense. It's Princess Anne. She doesn't take any shit. Here she comes, leading the way, going down there as if she was marching into battle. Need to hold on to my nephew's hand? Fuck that shit sky high. What about the other ladies? No. Pacing down there in their heels, no problem whatsoever. James Viscount Severn as well, bringing up the rear. Everybody negotiated their way down those stairs, past marshmallow hat wearing man. No issues whatsoever. Straight down to the posh taxi. A little bit of chat there going on between Sophie and Princess Anne. See you later. Yeah, bonkers night spot around midnight. Fantastic. I'll smuggle in some Smirnoff in the bottom of my shoe. How does that feel for you? Not sure who this lady and gentleman are. Advanced age, and he's, being the gent that he is, offering his arm to her as they come down. But it's a light grip that you can see on the crook of his elbow as they make their way down the steps. Man in wig nods to them. Aha! Next grouping, we have some of the youngsters here. Princess Beatrice with Edoardo Mapelli Mozzi, and Princess Eugenie with Jack Brooksbank. Surely there'll be some hand-holding going on here. Surely they'll be gripping... No, they're all wandering down those steps without any complications whatsoever. Little bit of royal waving going on also. Hi there, past the man with the pearl sword, pausing, waiting for the taxi to turn up for them. The people carrier. Bit more hand-holding required? No. Everybody's got their order of service there, looking around. Is this us? Yes, I think so. It's the one with the Bollinger in the back, isn't it? Absolutely. Let's get in there and get stuck in. No hand-holding at all. Okay, who've we got here then? Well, it looks like it's Peter Phillips, Zara Tyndall, Mike Tyndall, and Viscount Lindley. Mike Tyndall thinks there's some trouble ahead. He looks a bit pensive. And yes, here they come. Here they come, the gruesome twosome. Zara, yeah, you go down there. We'll just wait here if you don't mind. Peter Phillips, yeah, I'm quite all right here, actually. Don't worry about us. And already you can see the grip of doom is being demonstrated as she's holding on to Prince Harry's hand. He gives a little shimmy there, suggesting that he might make his way to Bonkers Night Spot. Viscount Lindley staying out of the way there. Him and Mike discussing building a new extension, perhaps, at one of their properties. I built it this size, says Mike, and I didn't think it would fit in, but it did. Zara, you go ahead, she's saying. We're all right up here. We're waiting for the kebabs. And down they come. Grip, 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 grip. It almost looks like a false hand, doesn't it? The fingers aren't quite coiled around, but holding on tight nevertheless. Perhaps the gloves are a little bit stiff. All the way down, all the way down. Finally, Harry has to let go in order to go and shake the hands of somebody else. But of all the individuals that have paced down those steps, nobody was doing the hand gripping. There was no grip of doom. But let's see what else happens. It's back up to the top of the steps. Zara there in the candy floss pink, perhaps one would describe, and being joined by Lady Sarah Chatto. She's giving it a bit of chat, as you'd expect from the Chatto. Car going. Bring up the next one. Hurry, hurry. These are important people. Don't fuck it up. Here come Mike and Zara. And they've gone for a bit of hand-holding. There we are. Down there. Light grip. Yep, very good. He's being gentle. The man could crush you as much as look at you. Bit of wave, let's go. And another wave there. The grip can be relinquished. Arm on the hand. Steer him in. Only the coach for these guys. Must be the party bus. Well, who've we got coming up next? It's Prince Michael and Princess Michael of Kent, and Lady Gabriella Windsor and Thomas Kingston, and a whole raft of people. Little bit of hand-holding there. No hand-holding as all those people come down those stairs. Lady Gabriella Windsor feels that it's appropriate to hold on to hubby's hand there, but everybody else that's in front of them, they're relaxed, hands down by their side, holding their purses and orders of service. No need for a grip of doom. Couple bringing up the rear there, not entirely sure who they are. I think it is actually, it may well be, I think, Lord Frederick Windsor and Sophie Winkleman. And there we have it. So all of those royals came walking down the steps, and shot of St. Paul's there. You can enjoy that. We'll just let that play. But all of those people walk down those steps, some of them much older than the others. Bit of light handrail holding from Camilla. For everybody else, bar the Tyndalls, it was simply a case of, I'll get down there under iron steam. I've got heels on, but I don't need to hold on to anybody. Notice, however, from the moment she appeared at the top of the steps until all the way down those steps, the grip of doom was evident, and it was necessary for the purposes of ensuring that she had control of Harry, to demonstrate that he's a possession. How do we know this? It's the interpretation of the way that a narcissist would behave. I'm H.G. Tudor. Thank you for listening.